What's up guys, today I'll be talking to you about how to prevent costly water damage by extending your upper to your lower gutter. As you can see in this photo, if this is not addressed, it can lead to premature damage to your shingles, decking, and other water damage once inside your home. In today's solution, we're going to be hard piping our upper to our lower gutter so that all that water that's already connected from the upper roof section can go directly to the lower gutter, as opposed to putting extra strain and wear on that lower roof section. As I mentioned before, for this repair you're going to need enough hard pipe as shown here to connect your upper to lower gutter. You're going to need what's called an A elbow, as I'm showing here. I didn't quite need that extension, but I bought it just in case, and you'll need some self-piercing metal screws. For the first part of this repair, we're going to need a pair of needle nose pliers to bend the upper downspout inward so the gutter pipe below can easily slide over top. As you can see, to do this, you grip about a centimeter in from the corner and rotate the pliers to bend the metal inwards, and then you repeat this like so for each of the other corners. Once that's done, slide the downspout pipe over top for a snug connection. As you can see in the video, there is a slight seam on top of the black downspout pipe, and you'll want to make sure that's facing upwards as opposed to downwards to prevent any leaks in the future. And this is what it should look like once you're all done. Now I don't show it here, but after this I went ahead and connected the next piece down below, and then I went ahead and connected the A elbow onto the bottom piece as well. You'll notice that once you buy it from the store, the bottom part actually comes pre-crimped, which is nice so that you don't have to do that. Next, you're probably going to have to make a cut onto one of your pieces of downspout in order for it to fit perfectly. So pretty common sense, I made sure to cut the bottom piece, the top part of the bottom piece, as opposed to the bottom part of the top piece, because then I can utilize that crimp that already exists. You can see here I'm pretty well just eyeballing it, but I'm making sure to give myself more than not enough, as you can always slide more of that pipe over top of that crimped section, but you can't add any more once it's cut. In order to make this cut, I used just a normal saw that I had lying around the house. And of course, you want to make sure that you're being very careful when doing this to not accidentally cut some shingles on your roof and cause a leak. So I found it was most helpful to lift out that pipe, because the walls of the pipe aren't actually that thick. I found it easy just to cut each side of the pipe and then rotate it. And lastly, I just took a pair of clippers just to clip the rough edges around that top cut. So at this point we're looking pretty good. We're almost done. We just have to insert that A elbow into that lower downspout. For my application, I had a lower gutter guard, so I needed to cut some holes into it in order to insert that A elbow. If you can imagine, I was making an H and using the drill bit to cut the holes along the center line of that uppercase H, which I'll later fold into flaps, as I'll show later in this video. When you're drilling these holes, it's important to take your time to make sure that you're drilling them to the exact width of this downspout pipe. You're going to want to make sure it's as snug fit as possible so that it's as secure as possible and won't move in the wind at all. I originally thought I was going to use some clippers in order to connect the holes that I drilled, but ultimately what ended up working best was just a pocket knife that I had. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you don't get too aggressive, or else you might accidentally punch through that gutter guard and then hit your lower gutter and poke a hole through. As you can see here, I'm still just working it, trying to get that pipe in there as snugly as possible. As I mentioned before, the more snug the fit, the more secure it's going to be. I'm not sure if you heard it there, but that pipe finally went in, and now that is secure. Now you might be wondering how secure this is actually going to be, but I can tell you that we've had some pretty severe windstorms and rainstorms here, and I went back up to go monitor this, and it hasn't moved at all, so I'm pretty confident that this is going to stay put. However, if you did want to add some kind of fastener, you could fold those flaps of the H outward and put a screw through that into your downspout pipe. Now, last but not least, the finishing steps, we're going to be adding those self-piercing metal screws into the different connections just to make sure it's not going anywhere. I recommend one on each side. You could also put one on top if you'd like as well. I will mention you want to avoid trying to screw it into the seam as it likely won't pierce that area. And this is the finished product. So let me know what you guys think of the install. As you can see, I think it turned out pretty well. It looks pretty secure. All the lines are straight. As you can see here, I'm just jiggling the pipe a little bit just to mimic the force of the wind, to see what kind of play we have going on. And there is a little bit, but it does feel pretty secure, especially after putting those screws in. I wouldn't recommend putting any sort of fastening directly onto the roof, as any sort of penetration into the roof is definitely another potential leak point, which is something I wanted to avoid. And finally, to test how this works, I poured 2 water bottles directly down that downspout to make sure that I don't have any leaks and to make sure the water makes it down to the ground as expected. As you can see here, there's no water on the roof at all. And this just shows it's staying inside the pipe and making it to the lower downspout as expected. If you look closely, you can see that upper downspout where it enters the lower downspout, and you can see the ground is wet, indicating that the water made it to the ground as expected. And that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section if you guys tried this install for yourself or if you have any questions or comments. Thanks.